Kuzu versus Yokohama has come to an end. What's up, y'all? It's your man, that dude, bringing you guys another video. Wait, actually, where's my basketball? I can't do a video about Ahiru and Sora without holding my basketball. Just doesn't feel right. 1 second. Much better. Now, what's up, y'all? It's your man, that dude, bringing you guys another video. If we get our subscriptions down below, so go click that button. I would appreciate it. After like 8 or so episodes now, 8 or 9 episodes, I think I want to say about that many episodes, Kuzu versus Yokohama has come to an end, and as most of us thought, Kuzu lost the game. But the fashion in which they lost the game, I did not see coming at all. This is not the way I saw this game ending. I thought for sure that Kuzu was going to have some valiant effort at the end of the game and, show a lot of guts and moxie and all that other good heartfelt type shit and have a good comeback and maybe close the gap in points just a little bit. That is not what happened at all. What actually happened was Yokohama just saying, no, we're the much better team, and giving Kuzu the biggest of smackdowns. My God, that was hard to watch towards the end of that game. Like, when you're coming in rooting for Kuzu and thinking they're gonna put in, like, have some good moments towards the end, at least make it like a somewhat competitive for the past 2 minutes, and that's not what happened at all. Shiraishi came in. Shiraishi, you know what I'm talking about. Came in just straight gangster and told Kuzu, you guys aren't on our level, and he meant all the disrespect. He came in just draining threes, going by people, getting fouled, hitting the free throws. That guy just came in and took over the game and showed Kuzu that you guys aren't on our level. Like you said, Kuzu is not on their level. He came in and showed it. Yokohama has just such a wealth of talent. Like Fuwa, right? Fuwa, the guy who has like a 15-inch vertical, can two-hand tomahawk reverse dunk. Fuwa is a great player. He is better than any player that Kuzu has. Shiraishi is a better player than Fuwa by a pretty decent margin. And so if that is the talent gap that Kuzu is working against in this game, Kuzu never stood a chance. We even got that ridiculously hilarious moment at the end of the game. Closing seconds, Sora gets the ball. He's racing up the court like, cool, Sora's gonna at least do something in these last few seconds and show I'm not a punk. I'm not gonna go out like this, gonna at least get a final bucket. Passes the ball ahead to Nabe. I'm thinking even better. Nabe's gonna come in. Nabe's gonna, like, he's been practicing his 3-pointers. He's gonna drain the shot in the closing seconds. It'll be a heartwarming moment. Not what happened at all. The buzzer goes off. Nabe shoots the shot and doesn't even get anywhere near the fucking basket. He just, I don't even know, he doesn't hit anything. It's complete air ball. Like, they're areas of air balls, and that was hilarious. I was in tears with how funny that was. That was a scene that you might expect in a parody anime, like an anime that's trying to parody other sports shonen. That's how funny that scene was. I don't know if the show meant for that to be funny or they meant for that to be kind of like heartbreaking or what. I'm not sure what exactly they were going for, but it was definitely funny to me. I laughed so hard. I do have to give some credit to Kuzu. They came into a game against a vastly superior team and showed that they do have some serious potential for what that team can be in the future. Yokohama is the deeper team, the better conditioned team, the more talented team, and the more experienced team. And so there's no shame in Kuzu losing to a team that is just that much better than them. And that, like, don't get it wrong, Yokohama is just that much better than Kuzu. Like, this game was not a fluke. In Kuzu's current state, if they play this game 100 times, Kuzu might get 1 or 2 of those games, but Yokohama is going to destroy them the vast majority of the time. And when I say there's no shame in losing, there really isn't, except for at the end when Shiraishi came in and just smacked them all around and went God mode on them. Maybe have a little bit of shame at that part. Like, you guys got to, like, nut up a little more at the end and play with a little more respect than that. Shiraishi just came in and just straight sunned everybody on Kuzu. On the bright side, the boys did manage to win over one of the teachers, and they will be able to continue playing basketball. Now, we all knew this was going to happen. Like, there wasn't a chance in hell that this show wasn't going to have them be able to keep playing basketball some way, but it was still a touching moment to have Momohadu talking to the vice principal, who will be their advisor, and just having that heartfelt moment where he tells them that he's not happy with the results from the game, but he is a representative of the team, and so he can't bring his personal feelings into this. And so they're going to keep playing because he enjoys playing basketball with these people that are like family to him now, very close friends, and just all the blood, sweat, and tears they put into playing basketball, he doesn't want to give that up. So that was, even though we knew a moment like this was gonna come. Like, we knew that they were gonna keep playing basketball in some form or fashion. They were gonna find a way to save the team. It was still cool to see. Wow, what a ride, man! That game for Kuzu was full of ups and downs, albeit mostly downs. Besides them like gaining an advisor and being able to continue playing basketball, I do think there are some things positive that Kuzu can take away from this game, and that is they have something to aspire to now. They could look at Yokohama and be like, we want to be like that. We want to emulate some of those players, and that's the team that we want to be like. Especially like on an individual player basis, Sora can look at Yozan and see all the things that Yozan does better than him. Okay, well, I want to incorporate some of those things. Kenji can look at Fuwa and say, well, there's all these things that Fuwa does better than me. I want to incorporate some of these things and maybe do some things better or differently. What's his name? Chiaki can look at Shiraishi and say, well, there are all these things Shiraishi can do that I can't do. Okay, I got to incorporate some of this. And you have Shigeyoshi. Shigeyoshi can maybe work on his conditioning more. There's some things that Shigeyoshi might want to do that he can look into and like just be more prepared. Momohado can look at, I can't remember the power forward or the center for the Yokohama's name, but he can look at that guy and say, okay, that guy is a great defensive player. He's very athletic, but he's also an offensive threat. So Momohado can look at him and be like, cool, I got to incorporate more of an offensive game into my defensive skill set, become a better player that way. So despite gaining an advisor, there are other things that Kuzu can take away from this game with Yokohama, and they have a team to aspire to now. They have players that they can try to emulate their games a little bit, or incorporate some of the skills that they saw those players exhibit and work them into their own game and become better players overall. So there are all these things that Yokohama that Kuzu can take away from this game. I have really come to love this show, man. I am legit excited to see what happens with the show in the future, like where the story is going to take, where the story is going to take Kuzu as a team and how they're going to develop as a team. It is honestly one of my favorite shows of this year. I doubt that it's going to continue much after the next episode, at least without like a hiatus, because this was the big climax of this arc or this season, I guess if you want to call it that. And so it'll probably be a hiatus between here, like the next episode and whatever future episodes we get. Now, you can't quote me on that. I'm not like recording anything. I haven't read anything. I just, from the way the show has gone so far, I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. But if not, I'd be more than happy to continue watching this show and writing it out for as long as I want to like keep doing episodes. So, because I love the show and I'm really looking forward to seeing where things go from here. Alright guys, that is all I have for you in this one. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, let me know why in the comments. And if you are so inclined, subscribe. I would appreciate it. See you guys in the next one.